Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the ultimate Scum One Life Survival Challenge. And today I'm going to introduce you to the Ultimate Survivor Build Part 1. Now this chap we're going to call Eraser because he's going to erase everything that's in his way to complete this challenge. And you guys might going, what? You've died so many times, how can you say this is the character that you are going to complete this challenge with? Because I believe in the saying, whether you say you can or whether you say you can't, both ways you are right, guys, and this is the build. This is the build. So, I was thinking a lot about the stats, and I usually take intelligence on 5, guys, or on 2, if I want to make a powerful character, but I am going to reach advanced. So any skill in intelligence is going to reach 1,000,000 points, but it's going to be red when it hits 1,000,000. And then the half circle is not going to indicate advanced. It's only going to indicate medium, okay? Now, just to make sure we alleviate any confusion, I'm going to make it 2.5 that we can cross the 1,000,000 skill point threshold, and that we'll definitely know we've reached advanced in our intelligence skills. Okay, so if you want to alleviate confusion, just take 2.5 intelligence, and then the rest of the stats is perfect for me. 3.5 strength, 5 constitution, 4.5 dexterity, 2.5 intelligence. So let's go allocate the points. First of all, we need 1 advanced skill in every skill attribute, because our end objective is to have 10 skills at advanced. So it's a complete waste not taking at least 1 skill to advanced in every skill attribute, because that starts us off with 4 advanced skills already, right off the bat, okay? Now, the only place I'm not going to do this is in intelligence. Because I've only got 2.5 intelligence, I can't take any skill to advanced because you need 3 points. But I know I'm going to take survival to advanced, and I know I'm going to take engineering and sniping to advanced. So that's at least 3 skills in its intelligence. I'm going to take thievery and demolition to advanced, that's 5. I'm going to take rifles, melee, handgun, archery, that's 9, and endurance is 10, and I'm probably going to get running to advance as well. So we've got no problem getting to 10 advanced skills. We've basically pre-planned that. So yes, our man's name is Eraser. I don't know if you guys have ever watched that movie, Eraser, with Arnold Schwarzenegger and the plasma weapons. But we're not going to use any plasma weapons, boys. We're just going to use good old-fashioned survival. And here we do the trick that our community has taught us, where we can get multiple rocks from one little rock pile. You know, it's just great when the community shares this kind of information with us. And that is why our community is very important, guys. One guy cannot know everything. Maybe in a year or 2, but the only way one person like me will get to a place where I know everything is because of you guys. Okay, you guys supporting me, you guys giving me the information that you've learned, and then me taking all the information that we've learned together and spread it out to the community. So I start with 2 stone knives, and as soon as I see a lot of bushes around me, I don't go for trees. If I can get all my starting gear from bushes, I'm going to use bushes, and I'm going to ignore an axe. The skills that I've chosen is a great starting point because we can craft 9mm ammo, we can craft a kunai knife, we can craft buckshot ammo for a shotgun, and of course we know a pistol and a shotgun is going to be very easy to find. We can immediately craft the primitive compass, which will give us north, east, west, south, which is fantastic for direction. It's very easy to craft the improvised toolbox, 2 scrap metal, 1 nail, 1 bolt. If we've got anything to cut a tree, we can get planks very easily. So for a toolbox, it's 2 scrap metal, 1 bolt, 1 nail. Okay, guys? Not very difficult. We can craft medium lock protection and silver locks. which is more than enough because we are going to protect our base with traps. So if anyone comes there, they'll die. And then we are at medium engineering, so we can just craft those last 2 items over there and just craft the blueprint, add the planks to the blueprint, and that means we're going to get the most amount of skill points just by adding planks to those blueprints to get to advanced engineering. And once we are at advanced engineering, we will be able to craft all the ammo. Okay? Now, in the beginning, I'm not going to get a lot of fame from basically processing all the materials, but I'm just showing you guys here, if you get a bunch of bushes together, it's really, really good. So as soon as you start, look at your surroundings. If you see a lot of bushes, ignore the trees. If you don't see a lot of bushes, try and make the axe head as soon as possible, and then craft an axe so that you can get all the resources from trees that you want. Okay, now here we are at the basic setup: improvised stone spear, the improvised bow, the improvised courier backpack, the improvised quiver. We've got our shirt, we've got our pants. Then because of the supporter pack, we just cut up the necessary clothing to get the 6 rags to craft the backpack and the quiver. And here I'm just chopping more branches up because I like to have at least 24 arrows. Now, I've practiced a bit with a bow, but what I do know is my character is quite weak when he starts. Even with a 20-pound bow, he's quite slow. It takes quite long to pull the bow back completely, and you tend to miss a few shots because there isn't a clear indicator of where you're going to shoot to. It's always a rough estimate. And then again, your bow skills add nothing, okay? And just like the Scum developers said in their videos, when you've got no skill, it basically just means you suck, okay? So we are sucking at the moment with our bow skill, but as we keep using the bow, we'll get better. Our pullback time will increase, the amount of poundage that we can handle will increase, and everything will just get a lot better. So yes, I feel this is a very good starting point. I definitely feel you need the stone spear to keep the puppets at a distance. On my single player campaign, because I'm not going to struggle with any ping or delays, I might change my tactics regarding the starting weapon, because I do love the club with nails, but I just can't afford for that lag or that delay on the server to maybe cause my death. And one thing that I've realized is the stone knife is very effective with small items like sticks or chopping up a bird. So when you want to chop up a small item like sticks and a bird, small items, use a knife or a stone knife. If you want to chop up big stuff like a tree and logs, use an axe, because you're going to get more resources from a knife or a kunai or a stone knife by using that tool. Okay, the tool is very important. If your tool is too blunt, like I've seen this, I've used the axe for various things, and then I've used knives for various things. And the smaller the item is, the more resources I get from it. So we're just trying to repeat our lucky shot from quite a few characters back. But it's much better if you just wait for them to land. It doesn't always work like that. Like, I did follow quite a few birds, but not all of them land. So just be patient. Wait for one to land. Make sure you stand still by the time that he lands, so that he doesn't get scared off immediately. Okay? So again, patience is a very good thing. But you will see when you chop up this bird with an axe, you won't get 6 pieces and 4 pieces. Okay, you'll get less. So really focus on what resources you get when you use different tools to be more effective and to, of course, get a lot more resources. So we're getting 6 of those, and 4 of the others. I think last time I used an axe I got 4. 4 and less. And yeah, I'm just going to show you guys that there's a lot of myths with getting diarrhea or puking or something like that. They always tell you don't go over 70% or whatever the case may be. Guys, you can eat to about 105%. Okay? As soon as your stomach volume hits 100%, you will see below sicknesses that it says overeating, level 1, vomiting, level 0. Okay, so just watch here. I'm looking at my stomach, and most people will stop eating here because their stomach is quite high. Okay, but just look at the sicknesses here on the left. Okay, just watch the sicknesses. So there we get to overeating, phase 1, vomiting, phase 0. So you can get at least to 105% stomach volume. Just don't run. Don't exert yourself unnecessarily. Then something might go wrong, okay? But as soon as it hits 99%, the vomiting goes away. And then as soon as it lowers down to 98%, I think the overeating goes away. Let's see. Not even 98%, 99% that goes away. The most important thing when you're eating is to make sure your intestines are at 0%. Because the reason why people think you don't want to go over 60 or 70% stomach volume is because they eat and then now they eat again while they've still got food in their intestines. So if you double the food in a shorter period amount of time, you can fill up your stomach twice. The problem is your intestines have already been filled up. So you first need to make sure your intestines are cleared out. Then you can push your stomach to 100%. Because if you don't wait for your intestines to clear, it starts stacking up. And that is what causes your intestines to hit 70%, and then you will shit yourself or something will go wrong. Okay? But in any case, in this build, I'm not really focused on losing arrows or getting my arrows back. I'm going to get to the medium skill with my archery, and then I'm going to craft or find a crossbow, and then I'm going to level up my rifle skill with a crossbow. So I am going to gather feathers specifically for the bolts. But for now, we're just going to spam the archery skill to get to medium. We will be very, very good at medium. And then we will be ready for the composite bow. And after we hit medium with archery, then we'll go to the crossbow and wait until we hit medium with the crossbow. Okay, so then we'll be very good with rifles. And of course, it's going to take time to get good rifles and enough ammo for those rifles. And then when we get the composite bow, we're already on medium archery and we'll be very good with that as well. But as you can see, I know you guys have seen this a lot before, but I want to just share with you what I've learned. Okay, there's a lot of different ways to take on the puppets. I don't really care how many of them there are. There's a lot of ways. Keeping your distance, being aware of your field of view setting, how far the puppet must be away from you to not hit you. Making sure you back up as much as possible is also very important. And then you can always use a bow just to get their attention, okay? Again, just the mere fact that I backed up made it so that he missed, me. And now, that's the one tactic. You can hit them to get their attention, and then you can take out your spear. Of course, with the fat ones, I can't really help myself. Like, this is my method for leveling up archery with the fat puppet, okay? And the more my archery skill goes up, the less distance I need to put between me and the puppet. You will see that I'm running quite far past the puppet. But the better my archery skill gets, the more I see my speed increasing of pulling the bow back. I make that distance a lot shorter. At some point, it's like I'm playing ring-a-ring-a-rosy with a puppet, and I'm getting those arrows into the puppet really, really quickly. And again, you can decide when you want to end that. You don't have to do what I did there forever. You know, you just get a few shots in, just make sure you keep working on your archery skill. You know, then you finish them off like this. So you can always combine your bow with your melee weapon. Okay, just make sure your timing is right, make sure you don't panic. And then again, use the fat puppets. If you want to shoot them through a window, that's fine. If you want to climb onto a roof and shoot them from the roof, that's fine as well. But this is a clear indicator. I sorted out that puppet in the head. You can always go for the head and kill them a lot sooner. It's just up to you. What's important for you, and if you go for a headshot, don't take unnecessary risks. Okay, so I missed that headshot. He got one shot off on me. I'm not panicked because I've done this a lot, and I understand that one puppet isn't a threat. Two is a threat, because then one can stun lock you while the other one beats you to death. Now, when you use the aloe vera leaves to heal, make sure you don't add it to the quick slot. Rather click on it and heal with it. The other thing that I can tell you about healing is I've seen through my characters that the more hits you take, like you get sickness level 1, 2, 3, the more hits you take, the longer it takes you to heal. Or the longer you wait to heal after you've been injured. The higher the phases go, the longer it will take you to heal. You'll heal a lot slower, and it will take you a lot longer to get that redness from your character's framework there at the bottom left. You can see my chest is red. So if I take a lot of that hits in a short period of time before I'm completely healed, then I'm going to struggle to heal back to 100%, because now my phases are much too high, and then I'm going to sit with the problem that I can't heal myself with rag strips. If the phases go too high, I won't even be able to heal myself with aloe vera leaves, so then I'm forced to use rags or bandages. Okay, so just take that into consideration. Try and be as careful as possible. Not because you fear dying, just because you want to stay in the game as long as possible. But if you get hurt, I will show you how to keep yourself busy within that period, so that it's not boring, so that you don't have to go lie in a bed or something like that, and then it takes you forever to heal. I will show you how you can keep yourself busy in the meantime and keep increasing your character skill level. I think when we're done with this character, which is going to finish the challenge, like I say, I believe, I've got faith that this character is going to finish this challenge. And by the time we finish this challenge, I think you will see how quickly you can create a really, really awesome character by just being active and by multitasking. And by, of course, by the lessons that we've learned in this series. Like, I think we've lost like 8 characters up to this point, but of course I don't really know what giving up means, especially in survival games. That's why people don't really want to raid me or don't really want to go into war with me, and that's not because I'm good at PvP. That's just because I'm like Captain America. I can do this all day, okay? Non-stop. So in any case, we found a small little floater, and then we found a bigger floater. So of course I decided to take the bigger floater, because we are going to catch a nice big fish, as the challenge states we must. And whoever told me this, thank you. Whoever told me that a small axe is a really great melee tool, thank you again. Like I said, it's all about the community. Now, I don't know how good the small axe was, but because you guys left it in, because someone said in the comments, use the small axe, he likes the small axe. Guys, whatever you tell me in the comments, I'm going to try it. Okay, I'm going to try it for you in the video, and I'm going to thank you if it's a really, really good tip. And I'm going to tell you if I feel it's not it's not really a good tip. But I feel that most of you that leave comments knows that I take it serious and knows that most of the time I agree with you guys. As you can see, three shots for Fat Puppet, guys. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. So I'm already feeling a little bit more comfortable. I really don't like this backpack. It's a very, very, very small upgrade. But yes, I've already discussed that, I want a backpack between the assault backpack and the hiking backpack. I just need something in between there so that there's not such a big jump. But yes, I was quite surprised. And it's quite simple. Again, keep your distance. It doesn't matter if you swing through the puppet. You're playing with experience, so you know you need to move back. And when I saw this thread so early in the game, guys, boy was I glad. So in any case, this madam underneath me decided not to give me bones. So I had to go search for a bunch of bones and craft the better quiver. And now I've got scrap metal, a bolt, and a nail. I just had a bit of a brain fart and forgot that I need 2 scrap metal instead of 1 scrap metal. So, except for the fact that this little axe is really, really good, I can get the planks very, very easily. And your gameplay won't speed up if you don't experiment with everything. If you look at the improvised toolbox and you think, I don't want to think about that now, it's going to take a bit long, then that's that. Whether you say you can or whether you say you can't, both ways you're right. So if you're not willing to try and go for those items that you want, you won't know how easy it is to craft them. And the more I go for the items that I want, and the more items I craft, and the more searching I'm doing, the more I'm learning. And the more I'm learning, the more time I'm saving. And you guys will see that. Like, I crafted the toolbox, there I repaired my crowbar. So now if I get another 2 scrap metal and another bolt and another nail, which you guys know are very easy, and there's thousands of trees on the island, so planks will never be a problem, I can keep repairing my crowbar. If I get to a workbench, I can keep repairing my axe. Okay, I'm not going to lose my tools because I keep on looting scrap metal, bolts and nails. And then I can repair my sharp items, buy a workbench, and I can repair my other items. So again, normal puppet. Just testing the capabilities of this baby. 3 hits. I'm very, very impressed. 3 hits. Now we're going to see the thin ones. The thin ones are, of course, the most dangerous puppets in this challenge. Brilliant. 1 shot. Brilliant, guys. And of course, the little bit of playing that I did with the fat puppets. Like, I wasn't grinding it, guys. I was doing what I showed you at the church. That's all I was doing. Just enjoying myself, trying different tactics. And we're already at basic archery. Okay, so times that, this small time that took me to get to basic, times that by 10. That's how long it's going to take me to get to medium. By natural playing. Not by grinding, not by repeating the same process and letting it get boring. Just enjoying myself. And this is the important thing for me about this challenge. It's teaching us to enjoy the game, to immerse ourselves, and to get better and better. Because my diet was so good, I can sprint all day now. I've built up a calorie surplus of 3,000 calories. So now I can sprint. I don't really care. I can go from plus 3,000 to minus 2,000 if I want. But I want to keep my strength at where it is. So I'm going to make sure my proteins stay on the good side. I can go into a deficit to help my constitution and dexterity, but I'm not going to do that. So guys, if you like this video, press the like button. If you want to see everything there is to see in Scum, click that sub button. And I will see you guys in the next episode where we are going to crush this down. See you guys. Cheers.